Okay, let's be real. Trying to figure out if someone likes you can be a lot. You end up replaying every single conversation in your head, analyzing every text, and trying to decode every little thing. It's easy to get lost in all that noise and overthinking. But what if the real answers aren't in the big, loud, obvious stuff? What if they're in the quiet moments, in the things that are more felt than said? The truth is, when someone is into you, their subconscious mind often whispers it, long before they ever do. So today, we're not looking for a checklist. We're learning to listen to the whispers. It often starts with something you can't even hear, but something you can feel in the space between you. We're talking about the unconscious lean and how their body whispers what their mouth won't. You know that subtle shift in the air when someone is really with you? It feels like their entire presence is leaning in your direction, like a magnetic pull. When we're genuinely engaged with someone, our bodies unconsciously try to close the distance. We angle our torso and even our feet towards them because they've become our point of interest. It's a simple, honest signal that says, my energy is focused on you. Picture being in a group and you notice the person you're into has subtly shifted, leaning on their elbow towards you, maybe even moving their phone aside to clear the space between you. That's their body saying, I want an uninterrupted connection. This isn't about perfect angles. It's about a general feeling. Trust that feeling when it tells you their energy is pointed your way. And it's not just their body that leans in, their mind does too, and you can tell by what it chooses to hold on to. This brings us to the little things library, which is when they remember the details of your story. Anyone can ask, how are you? But that feeling when someone remembers a tiny detail you shared weeks ago, it's electric. It's the difference between being heard and being listened to. Our brains are wired to filter out unimportant information. So when someone consistently remembers the little things, the name of your pet, a silly story, their brain has flagged information about you as valuable. You aren't just background noise, you're a main character in their thoughts. If you mention you're tired and they say, is it because of that dentist appointment you were worried about last week? They didn't just remember a fact, they remembered your feeling about the fact. That's the key. This is how they show you you're on their mind when you're together. But what about when you're apart? That's when you might get a little thinking of you echo from their world into yours. When someone sends you something out of the blue, a song, a funny video, an article that relates to a past conversation, it's a profound act of connection. It's a low-risk way of saying, hey, I was just moving through my day and something made me think of you, and I wanted you to know that. It's an echo of their private thoughts. If you had a 5-minute conversation about a nerdy TV show and a week later they send you a meme about it, that message isn't just about the meme. It's about them remembering and valuing your shared connection. It's the beginning of building a private universe together. And you'll often notice the same pull happening in the real world too, especially when it gets crowded. This is about finding home in a crowded room and how they seem to always end up near you. A busy party can feel chaotic, but then there's that quiet sense of relief when you look up and realize the person you're hoping to connect with has somehow drifted into your orbit. In social settings, we all subconsciously gravitate toward people who make us feel safe or intrigued. It's a natural gravitational pull. If you notice that in different group settings, your crush consistently ends up near you, not in a creepy way, but in a natural, drifting way, it's a sign that you might be their home base in that environment. The feeling to look for is a sense of comfortable proximity, an invisible thread connecting you both that makes a big room feel a little smaller. And once they feel comfortable in your space, once they feel like you're that home base, that's when the most hopeful sign of all can happen. They crack the mask. This is when they let you see a glimpse of their real self. We all wear masks, our public face, our polite face. The most profound sign of budding interest is when someone decides you might be a person they don't need a mask for. Offering a small piece of vulnerability is the ultimate test for a connection. It's not a dramatic confession. It's them sharing a minor insecurity or admitting they're feeling a bit awkward. It's them quietly asking, "Can I be my real, slightly messy self with you?" If they share something that isn't a cool story, but is just real, they chose to share that realness with you. A compliment can be given to anyone, but a moment of genuine vulnerability is a gift. So these signs aren't a checklist. They're about a feeling, a pattern of quiet, consistent energy being directed your way. It's in the lean of their body, the details they remember, the memes they send, the space they occupy, and the trust they offer. So instead of getting lost in your head wondering, do they like me? Try to get back into your body and ask, how does it feel to be around their energy? Your intuition is already picking up on all these little whispers. The real challenge is just giving yourself permission to listen.